Washington.
That's right.
There's a huge brush fire going on across this country. Matter of fact, I get a lot of messages. The freedom movement is not dead around the world either. They are starving for freedom as well, and they have been suffocated just as much as we have been. So freedom, it is contagious. It will spread and has spread, and it is an opportune time for us like never before, because the failure is staring them in the face. The foreign policy is a failure, the monetary policy as well as the economic policy. Something has to give, but it won't come automatically. Matter of fact, if we do nothing, I'm afraid that those who believe in big government and power, they're arguing over power today. That's what they're arguing over. Will it be the power brokers on the Republican side or the Democratic side? That's what the whole argument's about. But it's a power struggle. We have to change that debate. We have to change it to those who believe in big government and tyranny, and those of us who believe in liberty and freedom for the individual. What freedom of the individual, allowing the individual to make their own choices, because they might make choices that annoy other people. And I can understand this. And some people say, well, if you legalize it, that means you endorse it. No, that isn't the case. If you legalize freedom of choice and people read books or have a different religion or have different practices, personal practice that you don't approve of, you don't have to endorse them. As long as that's their business and not forcing them on anybody else or hurting anybody, it doesn't mean you endorse what they're doing. So, I am convinced that there is a significant change going on, but I'm also convinced it's not going to be smooth if we don't do our job. Each and every one of us has a job and a responsibility. And some people ask me, well, what is my job? What should I do? Well, you yourself will have to make a decision, but there's a lot of things that you can do, because you are part of that tireless minority, and this is important that you speak out. But each one might do it a different way. But I do believe we have to all understand the issues of free markets, understand the principles of individual liberty, understand why we don't need to be the policemen of the world, why we need to have trade and friendly relationships around the world, why we need sound money. We need to understand this. But then some people might like to be a teacher. Some people might like to go into the media and ask the right questions, you know. And when the revolution, just as the Keynesian revolution was successful and it engulfed both political parties, and the climax was when Richard Nixon says, we're all Keynesians now. Well, someday, when these views and the cause of liberty permeates through both political parties, it will not be a Republican issue. It will come, you know, and it will affect all of us. But everybody has a responsibility. Those of you who come around to understanding and believe this, you have more responsibility because you know the difference. Most people in the country never do. They don't pay much attention. They wait till the day before the election, and then they go and decide what they might do, and they flip a coin and these kind of things. But it is up to you who understand these things. And, you know, one thing you can start out by doing is, you know, voting in this primary this year. But obviously something big is going on. It's wonderful. We should have a lot of fun doing it. We should be optimistic about it. And if we do these things that I've been talking about, I am convinced that we can restore the greatness of America, restore liberty to the individual, and we can all enjoy that. That is what America should be all about. Yeah!